Hello, welcome to our Joya-e service to close out the year 2020. Our service today will have the ringing of Kansho, followed by sutra chanting of Junirai. Then we'll have a Dharma message from Reverend Mukojima and another Dharma message from Minister's Assistant Devon Matsumoto. Then we'll see a presentation of Ondokusan I from the temple choir, recorded earlier this year. And then we'll have a year-end message from our temple president, Doug Sawamura. Thank you.
Namando, it's 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 Namando, it's
Samuryo Do not bad deeds, just do good deeds. Make your mind pure. That's the essence of Buddhism. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your participation in the online Joya service, which is our last gathering of 2020. We are now running the corner to the new year, so I hope you are now enjoying a pleasant and a relaxed time in what is left of this year. 2020 was a very unique and a challenging year. Just a few months into the new year, we were faced with the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic with its many challenges to our daily lives. Our family activities and the travel were affected, and some of us could no longer go to our workplace or enjoy outdoor activities that we were so accustomed to. I cannot think of anything in recent history which has upset our way of living more than the efforts needed to avoid contracting and spreading this terrible disease. Even our ability to join our beloved relatives and friends are limited for the sake of public safety. Our concerns about the risk of contracting the COVID virus have not only affected our daily lives, but also our temple gatherings and activities. That's why I'm deeply grateful to our temple leaders for providing creative ways to offer services every Sunday and to celebrate our special temple events using Zoom from the safety of our homes. For these and the many other reasons this past year, I am so grateful to be part of such a wonderful temple community. To my delight, Devon became our temple's minister's assistant last October. He's finally started on the path of becoming a BCA Kaikyoshi minister. We are fortunate to have such an energetic and a promising youth member who is now part of the future of the BCA. So I'm excited to work with him. Also, I'm deeply grateful to our minister's assistant, John, for his selfless effort to coordinate our online services every Sunday in the past year. No matter how busy he was, he recorded the chanting and the Dharma talk and created the service video for the watch party. Because of his hard work, we are able to enjoy an online service every Sunday. So please show your deep gratitude for his dedication to our Sangha. I'm fortunate to have such a dependable minister's assistant here at this temple. I'll buy him a drink when the restrictions are lifted. And I'd like to express special thanks to Doug for his great leadership as temple president in the past 2 years. This year was especially challenging due to the pandemic. I know it was especially hard for him to carry out his role, but he did a great job leading us successfully in spite of this difficult time. We couldn't have come this far without his great effort and leadership. So, along with all the members of the Mountain View Buddhist Temple, let me express my sincerest feelings of gratitude to Doug for his deep sense of responsibility. お疲れ様でした. Thank you so much. I'll buy him a drink too. By the way, thank you. By the way, I wish I could adequately thank all the Sangha members for your incredible support in the past year. It'll be a while before our community returns to normal, so we should continue to take every precaution to avoid contracting the virus so that we can keep our families and the community safe. I know we can get through this great challenge by meeting it in solidarity with one another. Okay? So let's make 2021 bright and hopeful together. Each December 31st, we observe the Joya service, or the last night's gathering. Joya can be translated as the night gathering for resetting. This last night service of the year encourages deep self-reflection, thinking about how we spent our lives during the past year, meditating on how we could have done better, and then hitting our reset button so that we can meet what the future holds for us. So think of this service as a wonderful opportunity for deep self-reflection so that we can recognize all the causes and the conditions that allowed us to make it to the end of the year. It is also a very meaningful opportunity to express our gratitude for everything which allowed us to survive this year's many challenges and hardships. What do you associate Joya service with? I think for many of you, Joya no Kane, or the bell ringing ceremony, comes to mind, right? In our tradition, right after the service ends, everyone in attendance leaves the hondo to join a long line outside to ring the kansho bell. Originally, the ceremony required 108 strikes of the bell. But because everyone attending the service wants to ring the bell, it is always struck many more than 108 times. As you know, the number 108 is significant in Buddhism because it is the number of evil passions or bonno that everyone is said to have. It is our selfish nature which traps us in the world of suffering. According to the Buddhist tradition, when we hear the bell rung 108 times, its sound eliminates such cravings or bonno in us. Because our blind passions constantly confuse us, we should appreciate this ceremony as a wonderful tradition which allows our minds and hearts to refresh and reset before celebrating the new year. A long time ago, a famous Chinese poet asked a question to a great monk. What's the essence of Buddhism? The great monk then answered, "Don't do bad deeds, just do good deeds. Make your mind pure." That's the essence of Buddhism. The poet rudely said to the monk, "Even a little child knows that." But the monk quickly responded, "Look deep within yourself. You old man cannot follow even a teaching a little child knows." That's a very deep lesson, isn't it? Certainly, Buddhism is not difficult teaching. We should avoid making trouble for others or hurting their feelings. And we should try to do things which benefit others. So simply, don't do bad deeds, just do good deeds. This sounds easy, right? But actually, even if our heads understand these simple words, it is still very, very difficult to follow this teaching, even for one day. This means it is the same as if we don't know it at all. The reason why we cannot follow this simple teaching is because our blind passions distort the way we see the world. They are clearly the cause of the chaos in the world where we are faced with so many difficult social issues. So, this Joya service is a great opportunity for each one of us to reflect deeply upon our selfish nature so that we can act to benefit others for the coming year. This mindset helps us make a fresh determination not to do bad deeds, but just do good deeds. So then, what can we do for the benefit of others? We should follow the practice of dana, selfless giving, which includes the 7 non-material offerings. These are to offer our gentle eyes, smiling face, gentle words, sympathy, physical labor, a place to sit, and shelter. Offering our gentle eyes means to see others with compassion. Offering a smiling face means to accept others without any conditions. Offering gentle words means to speak to others kindly. Offering sympathy means to be considerate of others. Offering physical labor means to help others wholeheartedly. Offering a seat means to share your joy and happiness with others. And offering a room means to make a better place in our community for others. The purpose of these offerings is to extend kind thoughts, words, and deeds that will benefit others. If each one of us makes such offerings, we can make our world safer and better for all people without fear and anxiety. Whether we make the coming year peaceful or chaotic truly depends on our own way of thinking, speaking, and acting. It's all up to us to decide. So, although the most difficult effort for us is to escape our blind passions during this last gathering of the year, let's all reflect deeply upon our selfish way of living. Let's say the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, as our mind's mirror so that we can make 2021 a great and a bright year in which all people will smile and be hopeful because of our Dharma spirit. And I hope by acting for the benefit of others, each of us will profoundly understand the essence of Buddhism, which even a little child knows. Okay? In closing, once again, I'd like to thank all of our Sangha members and our Dharma friends for your warm friendship and continued support in the past year. I sincerely hope all of you will enjoy a new year filled with happiness, peace, and good health as you embrace the Nebu's teaching as your spiritual support. Okay? Thank you very much for your kind attention to my Dharma talk today. Happy New Year, everyone. Please put your hands together in Gassho. The essence of Buddhism is the teaching even a little child can understand. Don't do bad deeds, only do good deeds, and keep your mind pure all the time. Namanda, Butz 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 Namanda, Butz.
Please join me in Gassho. I'm a link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that my happiness or unhappiness depends on the happiness or unhappiness of others as well. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year's Eve. This is my first Dharma talk as a minister's assistant here at Mountain View Buddhist Temple, and I'm a little bit nervous, so please bear with me. I know I've given a few speeches and Dharma talks in the past, but this is a little bit different, and so I'm even more nervous than I usually would be. And when I was trying to think of things to talk about for this talk, I was struggling to write things down. So I wanted to use this Dharma talk as a time for reflection of this past year. This past year has undoubtedly been a year of pain, struggle, heartbreak, and many other things we would have never imagined could happen. We are still in the midst of a pandemic that has no end in sight, which has caused us to realize the faults in our system, as thousands have lost their lives and millions have lost their jobs, homes, and healthcare. Anti-Asian hate crimes have spiked due to racist falsehoods being spread about the pandemic, which has impacted many of our families and Asian communities. And we have once again been reminded of the violence that Black people in this country have to endure every day of their lives. 2020 has truly been a tough year. However, despite all of the struggles and hardships, we have been resilient and persevered. As I reflect on this year, I think of Amita's golden chain of love and how we as a Sangha have come together to show just how strong we are as we endure this pandemic. We have relied on each other, our friends and family, to help keep each other safe. I think that the golden chain is the perfect phrase to understand this year and how we should act and respond as Shin Buddhists. So how have we embodied the golden chain of love this past year? I'm going to share a few examples of what I have noticed. At the onset of the pandemic, the temple board made the tough decision to close the temple down in order to keep the Sangha safe. But this did not stop us from connecting and caring for each other. Obon at home, Sangha Day at home, Keidokai at home, Mochitsuki at home, and Senior Outreach Committee showed us just how powerful and willing we all are to make sure that our community can still be with each other from the safety of our own homes. Wearing a mask is also something that I have seen that embodies the golden chain. Even though they are very uncomfortable and sometimes not very fashionable, when we go out in public, we make the conscious decision to wear a mask for the safety of others. And finally, our compassionate conversations and the formation of the Engaged Sangha Committee has allowed us to practice mindfulness as we reflect on how our Sangha impacts our surrounding Mountain View and Bay Area communities. These are just 3 small examples of how our community has been practicing Amida Buddha's golden chain of love. As individuals and as a temple, we are doing our best to keep our links bright and strong by doing pure and beautiful deeds, thinking pure and beautiful thoughts, saying pure and beautiful words, and understanding that our happiness or unhappiness is dependent on the happiness or unhappiness of others. 2020 has tested us in many different ways, and 2021 will start off as 2020 has ended. However, I believe it is through the strength and resilience of our community that we can all get through this pandemic together. It is okay to ask for help when we do not know where to turn. The Golden Chain and Amida Buddha teaches us that we are interdependent of one another, and that asking for help when we are in need is a sign of strength, as it shows the trust you put in yourself and the community. I want to wish everyone a safe and happy new year, and hope that 2021 will bring us all joy. In closing, please join me in Gassho. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that my happiness or unhappiness depends on the happiness or unhappiness of others as well. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is Doug Sawamura with a short message. Thank you all for attending tonight's New Year's Eve service. I'd like to thank Reverend Mukojima and our two ministers' assistants, John Arima and Devon Matsumoto, for bringing us our online services this year. The online Sunday services brought calm to an ongoing storm that we continue to maneuver each and every day. As we close out the year of the rat and welcome the year of the ox, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the entire Mountain View Buddhist Temple Sangha. You've persevered through probably the worst possible year in our temple's history, yet you've all managed through it. And thanks to your thoughtful generosity, I think we're emerging from 2020 as even stronger Sangha. My 2-year term will come to an end on January 24th, 2021, when Bob Matsumoto will become the new Mountain View Buddhist Temple president. I hope you'll give Bob the same support you have shown me during my term as president. Next year will not be without challenges. Even with vaccines on the way, COVID-19 will persist for many months to come, and this will force us all to continue to think of new ways to support each other during these uncertain times. Happy New Year to all. Stay safe and healthy, and I hope to see you all real soon. Please take care.